Barbie, take one and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Jazz on My Mind. I'm Richard Blackwell, and today we're traveling across the country, and we're in Las Vegas, Nevada. And today we happen to be at the home of retired First Sergeant Mr. Frank Barbee, United States Army. How you doing, Mr. Barbee?
Fine there, young man.
Welcome to Jazz on My Mind.
I'm glad it's on my mind.
Mr. Barbee, First Sergeant, tell the Jazz on My Mind audience about what it was like to be in the military.
Well, if you check out all of a sudden they discovered we was in the war, World War II. I was in World War II, Korea, and Vietnam. I'm a member of the first all-black paratroopers battalion in the world, the Triple Nickel, as you see the logo up there.
Right.
I'm also a member of the 2,221 black men who volunteered and fought as infantry alongside the white troops after the Battle of the Bulge. That in itself is a story. And I retired from several special forces. And quite a few, what used to be important people, but most of them are dead. And I'm 88 years old.
Something that I was intrigued about, I know a lot of your history, is that when you went from paratrooper to infantryman, you had to give up your stripes.
When I went from quartermaster to paratrooper, quartermaster to infantry, I had to give up a stripe. It was in a couple of the logos, and they did now, blacks in history. You check it out in World War, and they're telling the truth, a lot of it is. But I was a buck sergeant, but to get from regular Army quartermaster to combat infantry, which means you get shot at, which I did, and I took a bus from buck sergeant to buck private. And after the war, after World War II, then I went airborne. My unit was the first all-black paratrooper unit. It was also the first unit to integrate the Army, 1 year before President Truman did orders. That was in 1946. We became eternal part of the 82nd Airborne Division, one of the best airborne divisions. Well, 101st and 11th, we all argue about that. But we became the first because General Gavin, who was a hell of a man, insisted on us becoming an eternal part, not just attached.
And that made you more intricate part.
We were intricate part
of the U.S. Army.
Right.
Now, you visited the country. You've been everywhere.
Almost.
Almost. And I know that you're a great lover of jazz. Now, going around the world and the country, who are some of the jazz artists you had a chance to see?
Well, I went to school with a fellow named Nat Cole.
Wow.
In Chicago, Fellows High School. In fact, I used to play at the dances at the Warren Carolyn. I've been on the stage with Ella Fitzgerald. I wasn't singing. I was, but that was in Monterey, at the Monterey Jazz Festival. I knew Jimmy Lyons. I knew Nat Cole.
Now, I've known you all my life, and I didn't know you went to school with Nat King Cole.
I didn't tell you.
But that's something. I didn't know that.
I didn't think it was that important. Because when I came back from, he was doing Straighten Up in Florida.
Right.
I came back from overseas.
Right.
And I said, hell, I know that sucker.
Wendell Phillips High School in Chicago.
Right.
So you've been, I know you lived in San Francisco.
Okay.
Some of the best jazz come out of
In fact, some of the best jazz people in San Francisco, personal friends, most of them are not here now, they went blowing somewhere else.
Right.
They're called death. But in fact, up there on the picture, I got a picture of Jewel Bazaar, who's one of the best saxophone in Los Angeles. And you name them, I've seen them.
Wow. So and I know you still love jazz now.
Oh, yeah. And I talk about the kids' rap. Well, rap is nothing but bad poetry put to infectious beat. And I can rap. I walk down the street with you. Oh, babies, look at that. Oh, yeah.
But that's not the style.
That's what the kids are doing now.
Right.
I said, and I know I've said it, I've been interviewed or talked to, I've been in the company of, you name them. I say, most of them. I know. Monk.
Villainous Monk, right.
Lester Young.
Right.
You name them, up until now.
Right.
And there's some hell of a good jazz players here in Las Vegas.
I know, because the last time I visited you here in Las Vegas, you took me personally around to a lot of the jazz sites and happenings here.
And if I call their names, they'd be mad at me if I didn't call them all. I can't remember them all, but I won't.
Well, this man means a lot to me. Not only am I interviewing him today, but this also is my grandfather. And anyone who knows, who spoke to me, who has talked to me in the past, know how much I love this man and how much I am proud to have this man as my grandfather. I mean, I mean that with all of my heart. And after the interview, we're going to take a footage of some of his certificates and his medals on the wall, and so that you can get to know about retired First Sergeant Frank Barbee.
I'm ready.
Thank you for watching Jazz on My Mind.
Also, Barack knows me too. He does. It's funny because when he was here, because he did a lot of his promoting, trying to get president in Vegas.
Oh, and you helped.
And they had the house parties, and the second time I saw him, or the third time, he said, "I know you," and I said, "No, you don't." He said, "Yes, I do." Then he told me where he had saw me.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, well, Willie Brown, the same thing, the mayor
of San Francisco. Yeah.
We had a little run there. Now he remembers me.
My granddaddy knows everybody. All right, baby. And then, honey, can you...